Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So we are super excited to announce with you guys that we, Dr. Erica and myself, will be doing a 3-part series all about becoming you, is what we're going to call it. So this stemmed from a lesson that I've learned quite a long time ago at this point, of how to be the conscious creator of our life. You may have heard that before, you may not have heard that before. It's quite the statement, and it's one thing to hear it and be like, yeah, cool, that makes sense, we're the conscious creators, but to not have the right tools, it can be a little overwhelming. So we wanted to share this video with you to give you those tools.
And I wanted to say too, guys, if we're not creating with intention, usually we're creating by default. So whatever our external environment's telling us we should be, people are telling us what we should be, and then our thoughts, patterns, emotions start doing this thing called confirmation bias and start exuding all that to make sure that it becomes true. So we like to live intentionally, and I think that's where it starts.
Like Erica said, being super intentional with everything that we do. For me, for a long time, I was just kind of cruising through life. It was good. I had goals and things like that, but I really wasn't clear on who I wanted to be. I knew the things I kind of wanted to do, but not who I wanted to be as I was doing them. And it's something that you don't just do once. You don't go through this this process that we're going to be leading you guys through once. And so I'm kind of in that second wave, and that's also what inspired me to share this process with you all. So I'm going to be going through it with you as well. And so it's going to be a 3-part series. The first part, we're going to talk about really getting clear on who is it you want to become. And there's a multitude of things and variations that you guys can choose. I'm going to invite you to just focus on one thing at a time, and then it'll essentially have you'll have a formula of what you can do for other things you want to attract in your life, other areas of your life that you want to grow and be in it. And then the second part, we're going to teach you how to really use your body and get in a good state to then become who you want to be. A big problem that I kind of picked up along the way too, or a challenge I'd say, is it's not just in the thought, right? It's not just like, oh, I want to be healthy. We have to really start to embody it, and through our process and learning and other experiences that we've had, we now know how to use this vessel, this body and breath, and how to use it to facilitate a more potent, powerful experience, again, leading you all to becoming more of who you are. And then the third, we'll leave a surprise. No, I'm just kidding. The third, we're going to just be talking about a little life visualization meditation, and really starting to use tools to become more of that. And so we're going to be diving super deep into everything, and I'm just so excited to have you guys along for the journey.
Yeah. And I always love a practical application. So if you could maybe share what it is that your intention was, how you got there, and what that looked like for you, I think that is always speaks volumes for me, because it's one thing to hear it, but another to learn it, to live it, and to feel it. So
right. So I'm not doing this because I read it and I'm going to show you guys this. Like, I really experienced this. I really felt the changes, and really what it was about, I'd say 7-8 years ago at this point, that I had a big issue with confidence. I was not confident at all. It was one of those things where people around me like knew that I was, let's say, good at something or whatever the case is, but I never believed it myself. And so I knew the path that I was heading on. I'm like, I gotta work on this, right? I wanted to really start and think about who I wanted to become. And so I did essentially this formula that I'm going to show with you guys. It's a little more powerful now, but I really slowed down. I got very intentional of like, okay, I want to be confident. But it's not just that. Like, I want to be confident, and then I became confident. I went through this process that, again, we're going to be showing you guys, of really embodying what that looks like in my life. I was very clear and very certain of what that looked like, and it's a thing of my past now. You know, it's really cool to look back on, and I don't really have that issue anymore. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're super excited to share with you guys, so stay tuned. We'll be doing a 3-part series like Lauren mentioned, and just really sharing our hearts with the journey we've been on and what's helped us along the way.
And again, it's not going to be we're just talking and you just listen. It's going to be super interactive. Get the dust off the journal, get your pen ready. We'll about a yoga mat at some point. It's going to be super interactive, and whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out, and we're so excited to support you along the way.
Awesome, guys.